Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. There's a very popular chart analyst who says that he firmly expects XRP to surge 100-fold, yes, a 100x increase from where it is now, bringing XRP to a price of roughly $30. And this is a fun piece to run through. So here's what I did. I'm going to run through this actual piece from Daily Hodl, which is titled Top Crypto Analyst Expects XRP to Surge 100x Unveils New Long-Term Price Target, which, I know, spoiler alert, it's 30, which is cool. I'm happy to cite that at the beginning, because the rationale for what he's taught, the way that he explains this, it makes all the sense in the world to me. And he also kind of, in addition to this, just laid down some general wisdom having to do with expectations for, altcoin surge and XRP surge, and in his opinion, why it makes sense, frankly, to hold XRP, and why he has these what seem on the paper to be huge expectations in terms of 100-fold increase. Well, I'll tell you what, I know what I hate, and I don't hate that. I'm on board here. Now, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not offering financial advice. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I merely think it's fun to talk about this stuff as an enthusiast and engage with the XRP community and make YouTube videos with my silly Moon Lambeau name. That is all that it is, though. And if you would please delicately tap the like button, I'd appreciate the support. And if you're a fan of the idea of XRP increasing 100-fold from the current price of about 30 cents, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel, because at a minimum, you will find yourself in good company. I promise y'all that. And I want to share this before we really dig in, because I just thought this was a cool stat. It's just another metric you can track, just to get a feel for, yeah, things are getting freaking nuts here. Shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf, who sent this tweet directly to my inbox. I do appreciate you sending all sorts of stuff my way, XRP Crypto Wolf. And so what is on the screen here? Well, it's Binance's volume. It's a screen grab. Binance's volume is at an all-time high. I'll just round it. $25 billion in 24 hours. Binance. And mind you, Binance is the world's largest exchange by volume. I could be wrong. I think Coinbase is the largest if you're looking at user base. I don't even know if that's considered like active user base or how they track that. But in terms of volume, it still is Binance. So think about that. We had a crazy run-up in late 2017 and didn't hit this level. This is cool. And of course, Binance is even bigger now, so to be fair, okay. But still, Binance was still kind of a behemoth even back then. So as I record this, XRP sitting at 30.3 cents. Bitcoin is at $17,914. The market cap for the asset class still above $500 billion. It's at $504 billion, in fact. Bitcoin dominance at 65.91%. So let's dive into this piece now. Well, 100x XRP price surge? Tell me more. It sounds enticing. A widely followed crypto trader and analyst says XRP is gearing up for a wild bull run. Yeah, and by the way, he's got about, here we go. It actually says in the next sentence, I forgot that. 71,000 followers. The analyst who goes by the name Credible Crypto tells his 71,000 followers on Twitter that XRP will pull back during Bitcoin's next big correction, but may not suffer as much as fellow altcoins. And here's a quote. This is the relevant portion of that particular tweet. And I actually, I pulled up a number of tweets actually on Twitter, so I got a bunch of tabs open. I'm just going to go there rather than run through the whole article, because not all of it's included in the article, and I really want to run through it, because the way that he's approaching this, like I said just a moment ago, makes a lot of sense to me personally. But here's a quote from him as far as alts, an XRP not suffering necessarily as much as them if there's a big correction. Many alts will dump hard, but XRP/BTC is on support, so it may not be affected as bad as other alts. And so let me hop in here. So here's the initial tweet that Credible Crypto put out. Despite what your favorite influencer keeps telling you about XRP being dead, the correction we saw on XRP was perfectly healthy. RSI tells a story. Pay attention to it. Selling XRP now is like selling Bitcoin when it was at $197 before it ran to $20,000. Exactly, and this goes back to a concept that I've been, repeating somewhat frequently on the channel because I think it's worth reiterating. It's a very fundamental concept. It just goes to the core of like, why is it possible to have all of these asymmetrical gains, these wildly performing cryptocurrencies, when you just don't see it in any other asset class? Well, it's because it's a brand new asset class with almost no money into it, almost no money in it, and so you just think, how much money would it cost? If I had a $20 bill on the table, what any Joe Schmo could double what's on the table right there by throwing $20. I mean, it's probably in your wallet, right? You could throw it down on the table, and then, bam, double the market cap that's on the table, if I could use the term incorrectly just for the purpose of getting an idea across. And so you think about XRP around a $13 billion market cap, how much does it take to double? Well, not as much as it would take for Bitcoin to double with its market cap that's over $300 billion as I record this. And so that's why there's so much opportunity. There's almost no money in these particular assets. And so there's obviously more to it in terms of what makes sense to invest, but we're going to get to that too, and why XRP, to me personally, makes all the sense of the world. And it's not going to be as much about fundamentals in this video. I talk about that all the damn time, and I love it, because I do believe there's true value to XRP. But I'm going to go down a different path for this video, since we're talking about price and opportunity here. And so, and that is where we are, by the way. This is actually what I feel like, because I think that cryptocurrencies that are going to have staying power, I think that there will be a number, if you just fast forward, I don't know if it'll take a decade or 2 or 3, who knows what it's going to look like in terms of timeline, but I think there will be individual cryptocurrencies that on their own have trillion-dollar market caps. Perhaps Bitcoin will be one of them, perhaps XRP will be one of them. I don't pretend to know for sure, but if cryptocurrencies that are going to have staying power for decades and decades and decades, oh yeah, I feel very strongly about that, because look at the market cap we have now for the asset class at over 500 billion, and that's with, like, what is it, a percentage or two of humans on the planet own crypto? Like, it's almost, whatever the figure is, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's effectively no one. But this is going to increasingly become mainstream, and so what do you think happens as more people jump in and institutions jump in and purchase these scarce assets? I'm telling you, 100 billion XRP, which was the max supply, is not that much, actually. And so somebody named Jim Heffernan responded to that tweet from Credible Crypto and wrote, so if XRP is where Bitcoin was at 200 before 20,000, are you saying you expect it to go approximately 100x from here? So $25 to $30. And Credible Crypto responded to that, and he wrote simply one word. Yup. There you go. Brevity is the soul of wit. Bill Shakespeare said that. Good old Bill Shakespeare. Into the next tab now. Wait, actually, that one was in the article, so I'm going to skip over that. One sec here. Sorry, I got a bunch of stuff open, and it's kind of like hard to monitor the flow here. Okay, so back to that original tweet about selling XRP now being equivalent to selling Bitcoin back when it was $197. Somebody named Alex Saunders responded, and he's actually been in the media a fair bit lately, crypto media, and he's got 52,100 followers, CEO and founder of @NuggetsNews AU. And he's been talking about price, this and that, and I've actually covered him on the channel, but looks to me like he's not such a fan of Ripple and XRP. And I'm going to share with you the point that he made, because I think Credible Crypto did a good job presenting a retort that made a lot of sense. And it makes me wonder, when I see stuff like this from the likes of Alex Saunders, it's more like, do you want it to be the case that XRP fails, or do you actually just believe, without some sort of bias, that you think that's what's going to happen? Because when people say that they think XRP is actually going to fail, first of all, I think that they have not done, generally speaking, have not done sufficient research. You can find some that have, and then I just think that they're wrong. But most haven't. So to me, it just seems like a lot of it's just ideologically driven. So Alex Saunders wrote the following. I don't think it's dead, and I actually love trading XRP, but it's the worst performer in the top 10 in this cycle at a time when dozens of projects are gaining traction and printing record highs. I'm astonished it's being used in Mexican corridors, and yet price is still down 90%. Yeah, and so what have I been saying on this channel? Because the people that see other coins pumping and then chase them, it almost never goes well. Just like my favorite example, I've told this story a few times lately because I feel like we're on like the precipice of something like happened in 2017. But mind you, XRP traded sideways for half a year from May to December of 2017 before going from 20-something cents to almost $4. And there's this guy, I'm never going to forget him. He put out a YouTube video and said, yeah, XRP's not been doing anything, and I could have made all this money with these other coins, so I finally just sold all my XRP and bought yada, 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 whatever it was that he bought. And then literally days later, XRP went on its most wild parabolic stock rally ever. And so here I see Alexander's talking, oh my gosh, look at all these other coins getting traction. XRP's not. Well, you know what? You can't time the freaking markets. And then as far as being astonished that it's being used so much in Mexican corridors, but the price is still down 90%. Yeah, well, it's pretty damn clear that people in the crypto asset class, investors in the crypto asset class in general, are not sufficiently parsing out the differences between cryptocurrencies. It's more like they're just throwing money in without doing any sort of satisfactory research. So you're astonished by that? I am not astonished by that. I've been in the space for 3 years now, and I don't feel like people sufficiently care about real-world adoption, but I do believe that will change as time passes. So I'm astonished that you're astonished by that, Alex. Ooh. And nothing against the guy personally, obviously. I just feel differently than him. He's totally entitled to his opinion here. Credible Crypto did respond to what Alex wrote there and said, "But Alex, you know this as well as I do. It's simple math, LOL. ROI, which of course is return on investment, ROI is highest the lower you get in on a coin. I'm here to make the most money I can, and of the top 10 assets, XRP being a laggard provides this opportunity with relatively lower risks than other less established coins." And exactly, so this really rings true to me, which is why I wanted to share this with you. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I happen to agree with Credible Crypto here. And so, I've thought about what my own risk tolerance is, and for years, and I've invested accordingly. XRP has been around for the better part of a decade. I do not believe it's going to go away soon, if ever. I have no reason to think that it's going to go the way of the dodo, my favorite extinct avian creature. And so I invested in XRP because it's a large cap coin that I believe is supremely undervalued, underpriced. Let me use that term because I do differentiate between value and price. It's supremely underpriced compared to where I believe it probably should be if people were recognizing things actually going on behind the scenes here. Part of that goes back to utility simply here. And part of it is just like the way that people view it in the world of crypto, because XRP is being positioned as a bridge currency to help the legacy financial system, so on and so forth. But I fully acknowledge that there are going to be some small cap coins that in terms of percentage gains are in all likelihood going to massively outperform XRP over the next market cycle, and I am not interested in them. Maybe if somebody could present a good case for why there's utility behind one, maybe I could get all excited about it. I don't know what that would be. But outside of that, I'm not going to just go investing in a coin that doesn't have any sort of track record. So it's like, for me, what's my risk tolerance? Well, I feel really good having put a bunch of money into XRP, given that it's been around for almost a decade. I do see that there are fundamentals. It's actually being used, even though today the market doesn't care about that enough. I believe it will matter more in the future. And so to me, this is my humble opinion, not financial advice, but to me it feels a little bit less risky than, a lot less risky actually, than some of the small cap coins, which is not to say that investing in any cryptocurrency is not risky. It's all risky, and I acknowledge that. I understand that I could lose everything if I'm wrong about the way I think this is all going to go. I'm an adult, I get it. That could happen, I just don't think it will, and I have all the confidence in the world, and I sleep easy here. But that's why I throw my money into XRP, because it does have some sort of historical track record right there. And so, again, even if the return on investment's greater for some of the small cap coins, I say great to those people that got to realize that. I'm not interested in taking that level of risk. That's not for me. That's not for Moon Lambo. And then Alex Saunders responded to Credible Crypto and wrote, "This is true if it returns to all-time high. I doubt it will." Now, that's a comment that's interesting to me. Because again, but then actually, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that he thinks that, because he's astonished that the news of massive adoption in that Mexican corridor, which he cited, he's astonished that didn't impact the price. And so what does that tell you? People, look, the altcoins are all moving in tandem, more or less. Not down to the second, the minute, the day, the week, the month, whatever, yada, 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 but they're all moving together. Zoom out on a chart, and you can freaking see this if you have eyeballs. And so he thinks it's not going back to all-time high based on what? So XRP, out of all the cryptocurrencies, mind you, XRP's been in the top 5 or 6, whatever it is, for the better part of a decade. And so it's going to be the one coin, even though it actually has real-world utility, it's going to be the one coin that isn't going to move in tandem with the rest of the alt market? Give me a break. I don't believe that for a second. Credible Crypto then responded, "I would put money on it," as in XRP going to all-time high. Yeah, me too, and indeed I have. Right. So there we go. And then somebody named Generic Crypto in a separate portion of this Twitter thread wrote, "XRP does not move like Bitcoin. It is way more explosive." And to which Credible Crypto responded, well, yeah, in general, smaller market cap coins like XRP will be more volatile, hence greater downside on the drops and greater upside on the pops than Bitcoins. So yeah, greater opportunity. And again, why do you see that volatility? Well, it's what I was explaining earlier. There's not much money in this space. And so it's been proven, there's data to see that the crypto asset class, in a general sense, has become less volatile as time has passed, and as more money comes in, you're going to see that in an increasing fashion as there are more participants. But just consider that there are way fewer participants buying and selling XRP compared to Bitcoin. And so that's, again, part of the reason why there's this tremendous upside, and why, to me, it makes all the sense in the world to consider that a 100-fold increase in XRP price from here could very well be possible. I'm certainly not ruling that out. That does not sound wacky to me. Not in the least. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Like, I acknowledge, fine, maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't go the way I think it is, but I don't think that sounds wacky. I think it's perfectly possible. XRP went to damn near $4 purely on speculation, man. What do you think is going to happen as continued adoption takes place and institutions and smarter, more educated retail investors, as the years pass, come into the space? What do you think will happen? It's like, I am long XRP. I will never sell all of it for so many reasons, including what I just cited right there. Somebody named Taco wrote to Credible Crypto and said, do you believe XRP will outperform other alts the most with the next bull run? If not, are you heavier in other alts? And then, so Credible Crypto responded with the following, and this is something else that rings true to me, which is why I really wanted to share this with everybody. Other majors, yes. So he's saying that out of the major cryptocurrencies, whatever you consider those to be, large cap coins, maybe you're thinking of the top 10s, I don't know, top 50, whatever you're thinking of. He's saying, yes, it's going to outperform the other majors. And then he writes, other small caps will likely outperform XRP, but they also carry much higher risk, in my opinion. I hold some smaller alts, but a majority of my holdings are XRP. Bam, bam, bam. Hitting the nail on the head. I've been saying this stuff on this channel for almost 2 years. And it's just good to see it coming from someone like Credible Crypto, who's got a massive following, and just kind of like spreading what, to me, it's just obvious truth. It's like, it's wisdom. To me, it functionally matters. Credible Crypto wrote this. This is the last tweet from him to share in this video. He wrote, the most important level on this entire chart, the monthly level that we have thus far failed to recover. We have now tested it 4 times. Care to guess what happens when it's reclaimed? And then he wrote XRP. And so here's the chart. If you want to look at it, you can pause the video. If you want to glance at it, this is it. I pulled it up for you. And then Chart Analyst DIY Investing saw that, and he responded and wrote, we get really rich, ? So maybe that's the direction that we're going. So my bags are packed. We will see where this all goes. It has been so exciting tracking all of this. And I firmly believe that this type of price action is possible, which is what, and I suspect if you hold XRP, you probably came to this conclusion on your own. After all, this is indeed an XRP-centric channel. And it's just fascinating, because the more research I've done over the years, the more confident I become that I'm making the right move. And I'm always looking for dissenting views, so it's not like I'm pure, like I joke about this channel being an echo chamber, because it's kind of funny, because we're just all XRP holders, right? Other than the occasional Bitcoin maxi troll. But no, I love having what I believe to be true. I love having my own ideas tested, because if I'm wrong, I want to know about it. But what people throw out, it's really just a bunch of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that doesn't have any sort of grounding in reality, typically. So that's my take on it. So there you go, $30 XRP. On deck. Well, maybe. We'll see. That is it for this video, though. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!